Preview.
Episode 32, Mainline Marlins podcast. I got a special guest today, Dave Brunner from Chunx Smoked Fish.
Thank you very much.
Conch Salad. Thanks for coming, buddy.
My pleasure.
And we're going to get to try some of the stuff and let everybody know where
samples.
they can find it and maybe a little bit about the process, minus the secret ingredients that you use and all that stuff. But first thing I want to talk about, Marlins Park, renamed Lone Depot Park. Kind of don't like the name. I was hoping it would be a local company like Publix Park or even La Coretta would have been good.
That's a nice
but
one.
I think they got to pony up 10 million. So it's something like 9.5, 10 million annually for that naming. And I think they're signed a long 5 or 10 year deal.
Wow.
But that's more money for the roster.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then we did the TV contract that's worth, I think, 50. So that's another 60 mil we got to be able to go after some players. So I'm thinking.
So far, so good.
Right. But we definitely would have rather had a local company. Those guys are from California, but we'll see how they treat us and how it works out.
We'll be all right.
But I'm still going to call it Marlins Park.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of my tweets yesterday was talking about, how it's not as bad as Guaranteed Rate Field, but people still call that Comiskey Park. So same thing, same deal. So Dave Brunner, the owner of Chunx Smoked Fish and Conch Salad.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the different kinds of fish that you smoke and a little bit about the process, because there's a lot of steps to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of
and that's what makes it come out so awesome and
correct
killer. So go ahead, talk a little bit about that. Look at that main shot.
Well,
right
the fish that I use most is wahoo. I have a distributor that I get locally in Doral. Who's a wholesaler, and I can basically get any types of fish year round. It's restaurant quality fish. I get a 10-ounce portion of chunk of fish. They're all, the reason I get it like that is because they're all pretty much the same shape, size, restaurant quality.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll get and I'll brine the fish once I thaw it.
Tell them what brining means.
Brining it's a liquid brine. Most people I use the same. It's salt and sugar water, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I add one more ingredient, which people are not going to know.
Right.
But and then that's a 24-hour process, refrigerated. After that process, the next day I'll take it out, rinse it, and then I'll dry it on racks, refrigerate it again for 24 hours.
Okay. So now we're 2 days in.
2 days in. Yeah.
Okay. We still don't have anything we can eat yet.
No, there's nothing yet.
Damn.
So the third day we dry it.
Okay.
And that's another 24-hour process.
All right. So how do you dry it?
It's rinsed, then dried for 24. Then the third day is when we're going to smoke it. That was my mistake. We're on the third day. We smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually about 2.5 hours, depending on temperatures outside, the wind, everything.
And what kind of wood is that on?
I use red oak.
Okay.
And I use I used to use a charcoal smoker. Now I've gone to a easier pellet smoker, and I'm getting almost a better quality as well. And it's not as heavy smoked.
Okay.
But the quality of the fish and taste is unbelievable. We're going to try a piece here shortly.
Right on.
And then that'll go, once I smoke it, I let it cool, and then I refrigerate it overnight. That's the third day. And then the fourth day we'll be packaging.
So does that refrigeration, the fourth day, does that give it some more tighten it up a little bit?
I don't know what it does, but it takes any fishy taste out of it, because I've tried it hot. I've been working on this for several years, and the process was hit and miss. And I wanted to taste it hot, because some people may make the mistake when they buy it. It's a cold served product.
Right.
Some people might not know that, and they'll take it home and stick it in the microwave, and it's just not going to be the same.
It ruins it. Right.
So it alleviates that. So that's why it has to be served cold. And you just, once I package it, it's cryopacked, sealed, with the logo on it. And then they cut it open, slice it, a little cocktail sauce and a cracker, or
hot sauce.
I use hot sauce.
Yeah.
Hot sauce.
Right. So you talked about wahoo, but you've done some other ones.
I have done dolphin.
Mahi, and then
swordfish as well. Yes.
Both very, very good.
The only problem with the swordfish that I find is the cutting of it, because there's two different portions of swordfish, and then there's a little diamond at the top, because the bloodline runs straight down the middle. And in order to package that, I don't care for the way it looks because obviously I'm not going to include the bloodline in it.
Right.
So it's really difficult to kind of position everything back to the way it was and then cryopack it. So I've kind of stopped doing swordfish.
Right.
But the dolphin portions are the same 10 ounce that I start with as wahoo as well.
All right. And then you also have Conch Salad that you sell as well.
Yes.
And talk about how you make that. I know there are a bunch of fresh ingredients. And,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one is that one I can do in one day.
Okay.
We get the conch from Turks and Caicos. It's also a frozen product, and we run it through. I have a hand tenderizer that I use, and I run it through 4 times.
Okay.
And it's so tender, it's just ridiculous. And then we cut it up into pretty good sized chunks, and then we marinate it in a key lime juice, and then we cut all the vegetables. There's carrots, tomatoes, sweet onions, purple onions, cucumbers. What am I missing? Celery. All on the same type of chopper, so they're all consistently the same shapes.
Right.
Then we mix everything together, and we put it in the containers and serve as a fresh conch salad. Now, it's not your typical conch salad you would find in the Bahamas.
Right.
We don't have the luxury of pulling the conch shell out of the ocean, pulling it out of the shell, and making it with lime juice right there.
Right.
So we have the opportunity to use it this way. So I'm going to call it Miami conch
All right.
salad.
So where does that sauce come from, or that kind of like tomatoey colored
that's
liquor?
a tomato base that I use.
Okay.
And basically that's what it is. It's a tomato base.
Is there any benefit to keeping it a little bit longer than eating it on the first day? Or, I mean, the longer it stays in that juice, is it going to get better?
Not necessarily. The conch salad I make has about a 2-week shelf life. It doesn't get any worse up until 2 weeks. It just, to me, it's not the same product as it was when I gave it to you after 2 weeks. So is it still good? Yes, it's still good. It's just not the consistency that I care for or the consistency that I would like to sell as my product.
Right. So. Right. And then you're also doing some fish dip, but that's not a product that you're really selling. It's more
no, it's kind of something I do as an additive because a lot of people like fish dip.
Yeah, sure.
And since I don't make it, I want to offer it, so I offer it to them.
Right. So for the people out there that want to try some of this, let's talk about some of the places that have it, where they can get both the fish and the conch salad, and then one or the other. Okay. And we know all those places. Those are places I go to all the time. Right. So go ahead and tell everybody.
I started several years ago at the Keg South, selling both the chunk of smoked fish and the conch salad. The conch salad fad went away from there because I believe his employees were eating more of it than he was selling. So he decided to just steer that away for a little while. But he's consistently selling the smoked fish chunks, which I've always gotten excellent reviews from.
So people can just go in there and get a vacuum seal pack.
Absolutely. They can either eat it there or they can just take the vacuum seal pack with them and wherever they're going, and they can cut it up in the parking lot, or they could take it home and put it in the refrigerator for as long as they'd like. Right.
And now if they wanted to get the conch salad, Pig Floyd, right? They've got that. Yes, 1/68 in Old Cutler.
Yes, sir. He's the only one at this moment that sells it. Along with the smoked fish chunk he sells. And then I just added another account, which is the Exit 1 Tap Room down in Homestead, right behind the Cracker Barrel, literally at Exit 1 on the Turnpike.
Oh, cool.
And they're going to start serving the conch salad as well, starting this Friday.
And those are both dine in or take home with them?
Correct.
All right. And so if I wanted to go, for example, tomorrow's opening day, I'm going to be at the game, probably going to go early and hang out.
What time are you going?
I'm probably about 2:00 because
everybody should be open by then.
Yeah. So
you can swing by anyone. Now, like I said, Pig Floyd's the only one that sells both conch salad and smoked fish.
Right.
If you're a big smoked fish fan, you could stop at Keg South or Pig
on 104th and US 1.
104th and US 1, correct. Right. Or if you're just a conch salad guy, you can stop. If you're coming from way down south, you could stop at Exit 1. I believe they open at 12 on the weekends. Or Pig Floyd's, which I believe is also open at 12 on the weekend.
Plus, we got NCAA Final Four this weekend, so people can stock up if they're going to do their NCAA party.
You don't have to eat it there. It's all in containers that are you can take them home.
Right. And what are those package sizes? You said 10 ounces.
The 8 ounce, the conch salad and then the dip come in 8 ounce containers.
And how much is that for the 8-ounce conch salad?
I believe Pig Floyd sells the conch salad for $15.
Okay.
And the smoked fish chunks are 8-ounce. They start out as 10, but during the smoking process, they lose a portion of the weight, about 20%.
All right.
And then they turn into an 8-ounce piece. So that's $15 a piece.
Okay.
And then the smoked fish dip I sell for $10 for an 8-ounce portion.
Awesome. So let's try a couple.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to get Denise to come and try some too, because
absolutely
she gets mad at me if I eat. Like yesterday, I had Arbetter in here and I was eating.
Want me to come around this way or?
Yeah, just swing up.
Yeah, let's figure this out. This will carry, but I think it will. I've already cut this one open. Make it easier so I don't have to sit here and waste time.
All right, I'll try to get out of the way so we don't mess it up. There you go.
This is it. This is a finished product, which is an 8-ounce portion of wahoo.
And now you got to cut about like a 1/4 inch.
Yeah, I've got to cut thick because I like it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have hot sauce, and I apologize.
That's all right.
But I want you to get the flavor of the fish.
All right,
anyway.
let's just do that.
And you can put that either on a cracker or you can eat it just like that.
Amazing.
And then this is going to be the conch salad, which I like with these type of crackers because they're a heartier cracker. They're a heartier cracker, and they don't break as easy as those do. So you could actually dip it in there or put the juices on top, and it's delicious.
All right, Denise, you're gonna have to come over here and try it. And Grant's gonna have to sit over there for a second because I know he doesn't eat fish. Super good. Yeah, just keep. You don't have to change the shot, right?
Yeah. Get the camera and face make it look pretty.
And then this is the smoked fish, the dip that I.
Is that also wahoo, or is
That's also wahoo.
okay?
Yes.
Cool. Yummy.
Very good.
All right, one for you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Try yeah.
That's a conch salad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to just scoop it on there?
Try and do that. You might want to get another
Hold on, I'll
spoon.
be right there.
I think it's easier. Yeah,
It's
you can
very
try
good.
that. It's kind of difficult, but it works.
All right, your turn.
This is wahoo?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, keep talking because all they're going to do is hear me chewing.
So, I mean, that's pretty much the nature of the business, and I'm just getting it started because I plan on retiring here shortly from my real job,
Right.
and I want something to do that's going to keep me out of trouble, and it's something I enjoy. I love to cook. So,
But you get to hang around a lot of good characters when
Yes.
you have good fish. And,
that's how I met you.
yeah, exactly.
See,
Exactly. And that was the Packers,
The Packers.
Buccaneers.
yeah, the one you
NFC
bet me
championship.
and I lost. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Well, I think it was only for a beer or whatever.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
I think
Right
I
on.
traded you some fish and conch salad as the loser.
All right. So listen, Marlins fans, or NCAA tournaments this weekend, and next week, Tuesday, is going to be the final, the championship game. Get out to Pig Floyd or Keg South or
Absolutely.
Exit 1, regardless whether you want if you want to get both fish dip and the conch salad, you got to go to
Chunks, the
Pig-
fish chunks.
Salad is
Yeah. the Pig Floyd. Dave
Yeah.
Brunner from Chunx.
Make sure you say that the chunks of fish and the conch salad, not the dip.
Right.
The dip I have to do separately.
Right on. But they can go down and see Pat, have a drink
Absolutely.
outside. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, that's a nice
He's got
place.
great food as well.
Yeah.
We're supporting that guy and hoping that place stays there for a long time.
Yeah. Hey, maybe if I'm there, you come say hi and I'll hook you up.
That sounds good, buddy.
Thanks,
Dave
man.
Brunner, episode 32 of Mainline Marlins podcast in the books.
Preview.